Beep beep, what's up ninjas? My name is Sam World. First off, the Endless Mouth giveaway winners are going to be located right here. You can also go to a link in the description below where it's going to take you to a page to see the emails more clearly. And if you won, make sure to contact me via the evilsounds.com contact tab page and make sure you use the email you used to enter that giveaway to claim your prize. Now, for those of you guys that entered the Confessions Revolution Volume 2 giveaway, those are going to be right here. These are going to be the 3 comments I enjoyed reading the most, and you're going to be able to contact me via SoundCloud on the same website. Just send a message to Evolution of Sound with your account, and I'll make sure to get the Confession Revolution Volume 2 pack to you. Now, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create G-House breakdowns, and there's going to be 2 types of breakdowns in G-House. The first one is going to be the very tension-filled one, which is usually not going to have much melody, and it's going to be there just to create tension for the song that makes you feel like this. What are I doing here, bro? Leave me alone!
I'm sad, when the heart is sad, how you work, bro? You gotta check out the next, bro. Fucking sad. Oh, that's so good, bro.
Alright ninjas, so we're here in Ableton with one of the Confession Revolution Volume 4 project files, which is going to sound like this. Check it out real fast. Very simple, and it's just a starter to get an idea flowing, but we're going to be creating a break for this using the new pack, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to create the tension-filled breakdown that we see a lot in G-House. The first thing is our transition from the drop to the break needs to be spot on, so we need to have a lot of effects for that. So here we're going to have the transition. And then this is where we're gonna be able to start the tension field style of break. First, we're gonna need a downlifter. We're gonna use downlifter 8 from the pack, which is gonna sound like this. It's essentially gonna be white noise with a chorus to give it that metallic feel, and then a shit ton of reverb with very low size to get this style of downlifter if you want to make it yourself. Just so you know, some little bit of sound design there on normal. So now what we're gonna do here is use an FX loop. Now I think I'm gonna go with FX loop 7. Which has a really nice vibe. Now, I don't want to use all of it, just certain parts of it. I think this by itself will be fine, so we're just going to grab this here. There we go. We're going to give it a breathe to breathe. Sounds very cool, so let's add this down to our atmosphere. It's not a crash. This is really going to help here, and we can kind of filter this in. So we're going to use the EQ8 to do this. Now we can use the auto filter. I just don't like the way it sounds. Personally, I like to use the EQ8 for this. So let's go into our atmosphere there and close that, and then we're going to automate it coming up. So that's going to really help in bringing this to life. Now we're also going to use a special plugin to get this to sound better, but for now this should be suffice. So once we're up here, now we can bring in the drums, which really does help and add that tension. It's gonna happen right here. Now the next thing we need to add are our vocals. So if we have vocals over here, we can use these. So we can use these now over here. Let's change this to vocal. And let's copy that here. Whoops, sorry, it's over here, my bad. Alright, I think it's gonna be around the half. Now there's 2 things we could do here. First off, we could do this, or we can just use the vocal chop we made over here, which would sound like this. Let's add it. As you can see, so it's up to you to decide what you want to do there, but I'm gonna go with the. Now the other thing we do need is a pad. Now this pad is not gonna play, it's not gonna get very melodic. It's gonna be very, very, very just standard, like straight note all the way through. The key of this song, we got to see, I think it's an F. So, yep, it's an F, so we're going to be using that. So I think around here we can bring in that pad to give a lot of you know, a lot of missing atmosphere. Blew your ears there. So now we're gonna get this over here, this uplifter, and we have to start planning again how we're gonna be doing this, because we do have to follow a certain rule, and that rule is just being divisible by 4, because we want the DJ to be able to predict when the drop is gonna come back in. We also don't want to create a long ass build or a long ass break, because then you're gonna lose the dance floor. So we gotta see. Okay, so we go here into this 2-4. So then let's duplicate that. 2, 3, 4. All right, so I think by here we want to be out of the break. So I am gonna have to shorten this a bit more. So why don't we do this instead? We'll bring this here, like so, and then by here we do need to be out of the break. Again, we're counting 1, 2, 2. So by here, I really do want to be back to the drop. Very small tension, but it's gonna work pretty well. So let's go here. Here we go. Let's bring that in as well when the drums come in. The and let's bring this bad boy in over here as well. We gotta be fast with it. So let's say this is a mini build here. We're gonna go with that. We can make it longer, but I'm choosing to go with a smaller one just because I want it that way. I want it that way. Backstreet Boys, baby. Now we're gonna be getting the bass and bringing that in over here on our build up. So as you can see, we're already working towards that. Now we are gonna filter this bad boy in. We're not just gonna do that, like go in ham and like just get it to sound loud. So let's move this down, and we're gonna move this down like so. Yeah, I think we're gonna need 2 more, so fuck it, we're just gonna go over here. That way it can sound a little bit more smoother. So there we go. We're gonna get rid of the drums, we're gonna get rid of everything there. So we're gonna get rid of this atmospheric thing that's happening here. We're gonna have like this uplifter that brings us into this. So here we go. And why don't we add a couple of those vocal shots that we have in the drop here, which, you know, I think that will work because we do have this empty gap here. Maybe we can do something like this, and then duplicate this. So this vocal as well, we're gonna do a filter to this. So this way, when it comes here, we're gonna have a crash and an impact that's gonna help us. And you guys already know what's gonna happen there. So let's move this back maybe here. Have that like so, and let's go back over here. So we're gonna come back to it there. That's the cool thing here with more new elements as we go along. But here, as you can see, we're creating that tension break, and we're still gonna keep going. We got a lot of things to add, so let's keep going. I'm kind of getting inspired just making this. That's the funny thing. When I make build-ups, it's like you just feel the energy that the song is gonna have when you finish it. That's why I love creating tension-filled breaks. They're just so amazing for what they do, and that is hype the crowd up just more because they want that drop to come. They want it, and just like I want you guys to send me feedback, I guess. All right, so let's do our little transition here. We can do various things in the break, but I'm going to keep it this simple just so you guys have the basics of it down, because I do want to get into making this transition from here to here be as smooth as possible. And the way we do this is with effects. Now, awesomely, you know, thankfully, we got a lot of uplifters to work with here. So let's get a medium one maybe. And there we go. This one's going to be good here. There we go. And this is where we're going to have a crash. So let's add that crash in now. We're going to add that crash. And it is getting kind of messy. So if you in the saw, make sure you're clean about it. So we're going to use a 909 expansion just to grab one of the cymbals, because the cool thing about the 909 drum machine is that the 909 drum machine has a sound of its own already. Like, so all you can really mess with at times is the pitch and the decay time on it. So I decided to get some really long decay cymbals in this. This one works right here. Let's get this downlifter as well. Let's get an impact in there as well, which we should find in the impact section. There we go. Now we're going to add another uplifter here. Let's see if we can find a long one. There we go. We got a long one. That's the cool thing, dude. One of the things I did with this pack was make long-ass uplifters, mainly because every time I use a pack, they tend to have uplifters that are just this small, like this one here, which is medium. And I always want those super long ones so it sounds smooth as it's going from here to here. So pretty much... Okay, so now what we're going to do is just consolidate this so that we can do some pitch modulation to that vocal and get it going up here. So we can just move that up, click here. We're going to move that up. Now we want to put this in Complex Pro so it flows fluidly. It flows smoothly, and also keep the format and the envelope down. Let's make this higher here. Fuck, so hype. All right, so now the last step that I'm gonna do, this is my basic little you know, transition shit. We can add more crashes here and all that for sure, but I just want to show you guys the basics. Now in the master, what we're gonna be adding here is gonna be pretty much just an endless smile. and I know a lot of you guys don't like it, so if you don't have it, you can use the washout. Now I like the endless smile because it's gonna make this a lot simple. All we're gonna do is move the intensity up and add it on here. Now I didn't do it for the project files of Confession because my goal with the Confession project files, as you guys can see, was to do this with only Ableton Star plugins, Serum, and Silent One. So that's why the master, it's just all Ableton, because I want to show you guys that you can get a decent sound out of it. Not super good, but it's decent enough that you don't need to buy third-party plugins if you don't want to. All right, so let's automate this now. We're going to click here, and we should see that automation here. So now let's mess with this here. We're gonna leave this kind of up here. I'm just kidding. Now here we drop it all the way down. That's a bit too much reverb at the end though. Holy shit. It's just gonna make the drop not sound. So let's do this here. You go from this shit to that, oh my god. So that's just one of my ways of creating a tension-filled breakdown. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Now, if you don't have Endless Smile, what you can do is pretty much just try and automate it yourself. Like I said, Endless Smile is going to have 7 types of pretty much uplifters, if you want to say that. That's really going to help in bringing this to life. But you can also automate everything, as you guys know. Add uplifters of your own and just automate reverb, delay, and all that good stuff. But that's how you create a tension-filled drop. Again, keep it very simple. 1 note only. You can do what the root note and then up a semitone to get like that bad vibe from it, but try not to get too melodic on these tension-filled breakdowns to get the best results. Anyways, then just take care. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the funny portion of it. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and have an amazing day. Respect to all of you guys and keep following your dreams. I'm here, Papa Sen, for
I'm so suave.